Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
On writing.
All right. Yeah. So
you have spent the past
yeah, wait, a while ago.
like three months. We have spent the past 3 months, right? Giving courses.
Well, yeah, you're right. We both actually were
Yeah, we
teaching, right?
Yeah, I was teaching coloring, like narrative coloring, and you were teaching, basically kind of writing.
I was teaching just writing. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I guess you could call it creative writing.
Yeah, creative. Yeah, story creation, more or less. Yeah, because it's not really writing, because it doesn't matter how they write, but it's important what they write.
Yeah, because well, we mentioned we made comics.
Yeah.
And right, so that's why there is like this huge course about how do you say it's narrativa gráfica?
Yeah, graphic storytelling.
Visual
storytelling.
Storytelling, whatever. Yeah, we're teaching how to make stories and comics, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a few months back, we in one of these recordings we said, hey, we should like make an update about what we're gonna do in the next few weeks because we were excited about getting to work again on video games.
Yeah.
However,
yeah, actually developing something.
Yeah, the thing is, we actually started teaching these courses.
Yeah, and that sucked every single minute of time.
Oh yeah, because we had to study, or at least I had to study a lot.
Mm.
So no video game design for like 3 months, and actually just a lot of studying on the, writing and storytelling, which was awesome. I mean, I was so interested in that shit. So yeah, now the update.
Okay, so proceed.
Well, it is true that to teach something you have to actually, really master it or really know it.
Yeah, I was going to go the other side. Like,
What?
to understand something, you have to teach it. That's the only way you actually understand something is teaching it.
It's yes.
Because
I mean that's the same point, right?
Probably no, it's not the same. It's very different, because
what did I say then?
No, I mean, yeah, you said you have to really understand and master something to teach it.
Okay.
But I was saying, like, when you teach it is when you realize a lot of things, because more than one time it happened to me that in the middle of my class I was like, oh, that's why this and this and these things like work together. And, oh, right. Yeah, and I was telling my students, like, oh, I just now while I'm teaching you, I just realized that this and this and this and this, and a lot of things like connected while in the middle of the class, and that's what I always say. Yeah, just when you teach, that's when you truly start understanding the things you're teaching.
Ooh. Well, yeah, I mean, to teach someone who doesn't understand, you have to actually
the true understanding.
You have to be able to break down something in a way that it's easy to understand, and to do that
you have to
really have to understand
reassemble all the ideas in a easier way.
Yeah, and you have to master something to actually be able to do that.
Yeah, true that.
So yeah, I remember this secret. Wait.
Cool.
It's fresh in my mind.
So yeah, what was your interesting takeaway from your class?
Okay, well, anyway, I had already been a teacher of basic writing in the first course of this thing, and now I was like teaching advanced, so I did have to study a hell of a lot to teach this subject, and well, I mentioned last episode my my thesis, this video game I wanted to make. That was very, you know,
Where you wanted to solve all ludonarrative dissonance problems.
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
So it was an ambitious game. I have a demo. Maybe one day we will play it.
Yeah,
We should play it.
Yeah, like we played Galactic Marine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
much in it's gonna be shorter than that, but we should play that demo. Anyway, it was a very, it was a game with a lot of story. Okay, it was supposed to be at least, and well, in the 1 year I was doing that stupid thing, I obviously realized that I was
Unprepared.
completely unprepared to take such a project in that moment. So yeah, but now I actually understood I was unprepared in ways that I didn't even know I was unprepared.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, so story was one of them. I like to write an RPG because it was gonna be an action RPG.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we have the first big one, big Metroid.
Damn.
It's actually easier than the smaller ones.
Yeah, to write an RPG.
Yeah, you need to write, and hell no. I mean, this is probably how how Tom was talking about. Hey, people didn't worry about story in the beginning of video games. Yeah,
Because they were not writers.
yeah, exactly. Video game developers were not writers, and this comes from a video game developer who actually started studying about writing, and now I understand. I didn't know shit. I didn't know anything about writing, and I wanted to make an RPG. I was insane. Okay, I don't have missiles. I
What, charge?
have to run away, I guess.
Oh, there's no alternative weapon.
I don't think my charge shots were doing anything.
Okay, whatever.
I'll get to the save point. Fuck me. Okay, going back to the checkpoint. Whatever. Story.
So what's the
How?
main difference
Main difference what?
between then and now?
Okay. Now I know that before I want to make this big story intensive video game, because I haven't lost hope.
Never lost.
Never become a Tom. Sorry that we use your name as an insult. Tommy guy, but anyway, no.
Never go full Tommy.
Before I make a game with a big story, I want to actually make a big story or a decent story. So, like I told you the other day, I want to get into comics again, comic writing
Yeah,
or whatever.
as practice.
Yeah, pretty much as a practice, because that is a way you can, I want to try making a story without having to code the whole video game and having it suck.
Yeah, maybe you could go for like interactive fiction.
Nah,
I think that's a
I don't.
pretty decent middle point.
I don't think I don't think it interests me too much right now. I could change my mind. I don't know. I've never been too much into it, even though I played a couple of
Yeah, but
of games like that.
I was thinking not like true interactive fiction, more like to build up the option tree to implement in an actual like not necessarily interactive fiction game.
I don't.
As a way of like testing. Oh, I'm going to test my story now.
Yeah, I think that's. I think I should just go for a fucking comic, just a completely linear story.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
Regular storytelling,
I am
non-interactive storytelling.
Yeah, I mean that idea appeals to me right now. I
Well,
am.
that always appeals. That's always appealing.
Yes, and right now I realize how dreadfully unprepared I was to even write that story or to make that other video game I wanted to make. So
Well, a good thing you're practicing like
Yeah.
storytelling, because I've been. Well, I think that the last like regular fiction or the regular narrative I read was the books from Brandon Sanderson at the end of last year, and I've been listening to a lot of game development podcasts, and I've been kind of back to reading non-fiction, like artificial intelligence and science and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just have like a million ideas for setting and world building.
Which is
I don't like maybe making stories. I just like world building, and that's it.
wow.
I'm 100% into world building, and that's it. And those science books are exactly that. It's a book about storytelling and about world building and setting and nothing else. And I just love that.
Yeah, that's what I most criticize about my students.
Yeah.
Like, you just wanna make settings. That's not how you make stories.
Oh man, I love settings.
Oh, settings is so.
It's so much
It's
fun.
not just. Yeah, it's fun. It's easy. It's, I don't know. You can lose yourself doing that shit.
Dude,
But
absolutely.
yeah, it's.
But that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you don't make a solid setting, well, I guess it depends on what genre you're writing. I mean, if you're writing, well, okay, we have always looked to Brandon Sanderson and his rules to write in general, because I mean he likes of course he's like the master of fiction and magical systems.
Yeah,
And I would say even sci-fi, a little bit, like Skyward.
I mean,
And the
sure.
rules
Exactly, the rules
that's the thing.
are alike.
Yes.
I won't say they are the same, but they are very much alike.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, when you have solid world building and solid setting, then the story is more, well, according to the second law of Sanderson, that's what makes the reader happy. I mean, when the reader understands your world and the rules, and he can more or less predict how things are going to resolve, and he's kind of right, or he's really surprised with events that actually fit in your world and in your rules, that's when the reader is happy.
Well, sure, that's a part.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I always think about that, and it's like, oh yeah, of course you need a solid, well-researched, well-structured setting, because if you don't have happiness for your readers in the end.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
But that's when I think
that's the easiest part, right? That's.
I don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, if you're writing like a romantic novel, fuck the setting. I mean, who cares? No one gives a shit. You can write a story in a room, and you're perfectly okay. I guess, yeah.
Oh, it's
Depends on. I mean, the kind of stories I like,
Mhm.
I also would like to write, and those require a lot of setting and a lot of story building, world building.
Okay, well, anyway, world building,
Yeah, not as important as the story.
no. No.
So
No. Hey, there is no most important or least important thing.
okay.
No, I'm just gonna say
But
world building is the easiest one. That's it. It's not less important, but it's
Okay.
just the easiest one, because you can do it, and nobody can challenge you on it, because you are the master of the universe you created. That's it. It's easy.
So what's the problem with your students when you tell them that this is your only story world building?
Well, they usually just focus too much on that, and they show me some really bland characters,
Oh, okay.
some very bad dialogue,
So
some
what
very stupid and very predictable plot, and they show it in a very interesting world, which I don't care about, because they are very focused on telling me their great ideas, and I just don't get into it.
Okay.
And that's the hard part. I mean, yeah, you
so
can.
what would you say is the recommendation to building a good enough character? Not even a good one, just some good enough character.
Damn, that's okay. Well, once again, no easy answer for that. I mean, most of the classes are dedicated to character because it's
Something very general, like for example, for world building, probably one of the most important rules is just be consistent and don't pull things out of your ass in the last chapter. That would be like really general good rules for world building.
Okay. Well, in character there are many rules. Like, hey, don't make your character's emotion static. Make it likable. Make it take decisions. Like having agency.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't be dragged by the plot.
yes, don't make the character just a slave of the plot. I mean, there's so many things.
Like in
try to make it likable, have a personality. Try to be sure that the dialogues between your characters are not robotic.
Okay, I have no idea about dialogue.
Oh, dialogue is a science.
Oh, I guess because I've been
And
you two have been spamming me non-stop with those master classes about writing. And I don't know, the guy from Goosebumps and Neil Gaiman and etc. And every single like advertising I get, probably the first line is regarding dialogues.
Well, it is harsh, and I will tell you something about dialogue. I just said it's a science. You know what?
I mean, it's a science in the sense of it's really complicated and you need a lot of practice and study.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I will tell you, people have either they can have talent for that, and it's really obvious. I mean, most of my students do not have like a lot of
Innate dialogue talent.
yes, and the older ones they
It's
get
even
it more.
worse.
No, the other way around.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh.
I would say then that experience is a big part on dialogues,
Oh,
because
yeah, right.
usually the older students have like a bigger
Yeah, they have a lifespan.
and they have ingested more media, so they actually know a lot more about
I
general
guess
stuff.
just age is good when it comes to dialogue.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
But-
we have heard that from a lot of writers. It's like, you want to write interesting things, just go live,
Yeah.
get out and experience stuff.
But well, yeah, my worst student is actually the oldest one in the class,
Oh,
and so I will say no, it's not.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee,
Yeah,
but it usually helps.
it helps.
Yeah. Well, having life experiences usually help for everything.
Also, having talent in that. I mean, some of the students are talented in dialogues, some of the students are talented in other stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to art, I think, and like technical skills on drawing, I think, yeah, the younger you are, somehow the better you draw. I don't know if like the lack of, I don't know, structure. Maybe you're not still used to your ways, and you can still like move around your.
You're flexible still.
Yeah, your brain is still like you can move it around.
Flexibility
Yeah.
is very important actually.
Because I mean it's scary, but the older you are, it's like, yeah, your brain is stuck.
Oh wait! We have a chosen fight.
Oh, look at that! Oh man, I really love those sprites. God damn,
It's a chosen fight, dude.
so cool.
Oh, you will see this chosen fight. It's good.
Oh, he looks like a parrot. Oh,
Shit. Yeah, this chosen is very bird-like. Give me some freebies.
so is there like a story behind this game? I mean,
Are you-
is there like lore, like an actual story that they are
you
telling?
telling me that you never read the Metroid manga?
Oh, come on! Of course not. But I mean,
infidel.
but is it? I mean, because I have not seen any reverse ludonarrative dissonance.
What the fuck?
I've been not. I don't feel they have conveyed any lore to me through gameplay.
Oh well.
I mean,
yes.
I know there are like relics of some sort, and there are these bird robots, but I'm not.
The Chozo
This doesn't feel like abandoned ruin. I mean, there's a lot of like biomes.
Oh, it's a very recently
Abandoned?
extinct race,
Oh,
the
okay.
Chozo, and they are very peaceful. That's why
Oh, look at that!
they have like super advanced technology, but they never use it for war.
Oh, okay, cool. Why are he killing you then?
Well, this I don't know. This is one of their.
I am feeling dissonance right now.
Very rare.
I'm dissonanced.
Very rare.
Defense systems.
I don't know. It's a fun game. Okay, shut up.
Oh come on! Of course. Besides, I mean, I'm on the games are games first and
fuck.
are storytelling devices later. Second.
No, man, you should.
I'm on that team.
Nah, you don't. You
I'm
should,
games
you should
are
strive,
games first.
You should strive for perfection, much like.
I don't know, man.
like Tommy
I like
says.
my Tetris, and that has no history whatsoever.
Well, why settle with Tetris when you can have something greater, something that doesn't exist? Fuck you, bird.
I don't know, man. I'm on team games.
There are no teams.
Team games don't need.
There's just one team.
Don't really need interactivity. I mean, don't really need story to the level of a movie.
Okay. Well,
The same way.
I'm with Team Tommy
Shut
here.
your whore mouth. The same way a movie does not need interactivity all the time. I mean, I had great fun with Bandersnatch, but I don't need that
I
all
have
the
mixed
time.
feelings with Bandersnatch.
I don't know. I really thought it was great. I am never playing that again.
Yeah, I was.
I'm
stressed.
also never going to like get the additional endings because there's like 50.
Really?
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
I just. Oh, what?
Okay, maybe not 50. Yeah, I'm exaggerating, but there's several endings.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I had a great time, but that's the thing. I don't need interactivity in my stories.
Sure.
I don't need story in my games. They are a very welcome addition.
Actually, you know what? A big important part of my thesis was that there were no divergent paths. I said
So it's also aligned?
there is just one story.
Oh.
You can't change the outcome.
Okay.
You can just change like how it
how
it happens.
I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just the fact that I don't have time for anything, and I would like to just have one ending and that's it.
Well, yeah.
But that seems like a good idea.
I said I don't want there to be a good or bad ending. There's just one ending, and you can change how your character feels about it.
Oh, that's good actually.
And like if the characters, I mean, you could change like if you become friends with a character or not.
Yes,
like,
of course.
You could change the relationship between the characters, but not the outcome.
It seems like a very good idea. I would absolutely apply that in a game. Absolutely.
I stand by that. I think that was a good
I support
decision.
it. That's very good idea. I mean, it gives you the flexibility of like taking some like making little changes to the story and stuff, but your game is also good for all farts that don't have time to finish all the 15 endings to your game, all the 15 good endings and the 35 bad endings.
Huh. Actually, when I thought that, I was just saying, if damn, I was thinking about a bit like Tommy. I was saying if you want to write a good story, you can't have it be, too flexible, because
I agree.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Either that or you have to make like really short like side stories or tiny arcs. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that's it. That tiny story goes by, and you go to the next tiny story. I mean, yes, I agree. I mean, now that you mention it, yes, that's a very good point. I mean, you can't make infinitely changeable stories and make them good.
Yeah. Plus, I said.
I mean, until the point we have like super powerful AIs that can actually make like dynamically generate stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I don't know, and I thought I don't want there to be like good ending or bad ending. There's just ending.
Yeah, no, I also don't like that.
and the circumstances of the ending can change, but
Great. You know what?
that's it.
Yeah, pro tip. I think that's a pro tip. I mean, there's no need to make changes to the ending. You can make changes to how your character perceives the ending.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so I guess next episode we discuss technical shit.
What technical shit?
The shit I've been doing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, next episode then.
Please.